business was really our first target. We really don't worry about Dun & Bradstreet. We have a trick for them, a legal trick. What we do sometimes is we don't even apply for a DUNS number. Or let me put it back in the context it's supposed to be in. Sophie never applies for a DUNS number when she, starts her own personal businesses or sells them, whatever she does. All we do is order from companies that don't require you to have a DUNS number in order for you to get credit. And you automatically get a file with Dun & Bradstreet, and it's a little bit cleaner, it's a little bit better, it's a little bit less frustrating, because if you do it that way, Dun & Bradstreet doesn't keep calling you trying to sell you anything, because it's not like I applied and now they know I need it. It's almost like, as far as they're concerned, we don't even know we have a DUNS number, and we like it better that way because the file will be more genuine. You can still go in and modify your information, and so we wait on Dun & Bradstreet. We attack Equifax business first. Second, we attack Dun & Bradstreet. Sophie used a couple of techniques that we haven't patented them, but we pretty much own it. And she used those kind of techniques on Dun & Bradstreet, like ordering from, hypothetically, let's say a company called Uline. Uline will give you some credit sometimes. It just depends how they feeling that day. Sometimes you have to make a purchase, $5, $10. First purchase you make, you automatically get an account. Seaton, these are net 10s, which means you have to pay it back in 10 days. So Seaton is really like a blessing in disguise. It's like a secret weapon, ace in the hole. Granger, same way. You buy something from Granger for $5, $10. Granger will report that very fast. Another thing too that's really important is the day of the month that you do all of this. A lot of the reports go in between the 7th and the 12th for the month of every month. So today right now is September 23rd. Yeah, September 23rd, it's Tuesday. Today is the perfect day to start a business. Reason being is all this work and all this database and background information that we're building up. When the reports go in for the fact that she bought from Uline, Granger, Seaton, Bags and Bowls, Rapid Forms, they all have enough time to be put into the system and put on our credit report fairly, very fast. So once all that stuff is in our credit report, we only, like a lot of people like to flood it on Dun & Bradstreet. When we target Dun & Bradstreet, we usually only target it with 4 or 5 people that we definitely know report. Hold on one second, I got a message. I gave everybody my number, so now it's unreal. But if you don't have it, it's 910-977-1304. If you get stuck or have a question about any of this business credit stuff, you know what I'm saying? If you have any kind of questions, just give me a call. I'm Gboogie, gboogie.net, Gboogie America. Back to the story. Okay, now we understand what we need to do to target Equifax. Now we need to target Dun & Bradstreet, like I just explained. Dun & Bradstreet, like I said, those companies, Uline, Bags and Bowls, Rapid Form, Granger, if you can get it reliable. Sometimes we'll go off and, sometimes Sophie will go off and order from 5 or 6 just to make extra sure that everything is in. Don't need 10, 15 people. 4 or 5 people, orders average $50, $60 a piece before shipping. On the 20-something of the month, it gets you the fastest results. Okay. After we got that, you target those net 30s. That's for Dun & Bradstreet. Then you also have to have a decent Experian file. Your Dun & Bradstreet file can be kind of thin if you're going for bank loans. So for Experian business, they mostly deal with revolving credit. Things like once we get out, that's the third person we target. Net 30s are the easiest, and the bank is also the easiest because it doesn't even involve buying any businesses or any credit or anything like that. So our first ones are Staples. Is what me and Sophie decided to attack. We attacked Staples, filled out an application for them. We waited till we had 4 people reporting in the 80 Paydex, and Staples allowed Sophie to get $2,500 in credit. Next step was Office Depot, which is kind of tightening their belt up a little bit more these days. Everybody is. They also gave her $2,500. Okay, this is where the story gets kind of good. Okay. Let's say a month and a half goes by. Since we picked up Staples as a revolving, Office Depot as a revolving, we also picked up Home Depot as a revolving, and we split it. Home Depot has a black card. It's for commercial revolving account. They also have a gray card, which is a net 30. If you get approved for either one, another trick that most people don't know is you can have both cards. That way you can split the difference. If you have a black revolving Home Depot commercial card, that reports on Experian. If you have a commercial card, the gray card, net 30 card, that reports on Dun & Bradstreet. Every now and then, I don't know, you can get the black card to report on Dun & Bradstreet as well. So instead of having one account, you split them and make two. That's two reports on your credit report. Puts you in a much better situation. Okay, we went next and we picked up Lowe's. Lowe's gave Sophie $3,000. Okay. So altogether so far on our mission to infiltrate Experian business, we picked up Staples, Office Depot, Home Depot, 2 cards, so that's really 4, and Lowe's, that makes 5. So that's 5 on Experian, it's 4, and it actually puts a couple of more on Dun & Bradstreet, so say 5 on Experian, 5 on Dun & Bradstreet, 3 CDs and 3 bank loans on Equifax Business. So that pretty much looks like we you know what I'm saying, we getting there. Okay, so this is what Sophie decided to do. Sophie's like, okay, well, we got this credit from a few different places, but I still need money for financing. Like, what am I gonna do? So she had the office supplies covered. If she needed any kind of building material, that's covered. It's time to actually go back to the bank and try to get some unsecured loans, because after 6 weeks or so, those loans are paid back, and you're still left with 3 bank accounts and 3 CDs. Okay. So she was stuck with the dilemma, like, okay, I still need cash, I need seed money, I need startup money, I don't need much, but I need something just to get the ball rolling. What Sophie decided to do, I still don't know if I should tell everybody this yet, because, I mean, it's one of those things that once everybody knows, the loophole gets plugged up so fast. But I'll go ahead and tell you. Let me give you a good scenario. Let me give you a good scenario. Okay, here we go. Sophie had an idea. Even though the mission was started out to build business credit for her business, Sophie had a better idea. And she came to me and was like, Boogie, wouldn't it make more sense, instead of having to stay on top of who's current with who's reporting, who doesn't report anymore, and things like that, wouldn't it become more simple just to be one of those companies that report? Yeah, so we did the research, found out what we need to do to become Uline, to become reliable, to become Rapid Forms. That's the super business I'm telling y'all about. So instead of everybody scrambling and worrying about who reports, we'll strategically place ourselves on that list. So I was like, yeah, Sophie, that's a good idea. That's brilliant. So what we did, we had to find a package, we had to find a product to sell first. So what we did, as far as looking for a product, Sophie decided to go like to a drop shipper. Place like, I forgot the name of that place that comes on commercials. You don't need to pay anything. You're basically a middleman. I forgot the real big one. But anyway, throw up on her website some products.